A fungus is a eukaryotic organism that belongs to a different kingdom than plants and animals. Fungi is the plural form of fungus. Fungi include yeasts, mushrooms, and molds. Fungus is derived from the Latin word fungus, which means mushroom. Because of the complicated architecture of mushrooms, the Latin word was derived from the Greek words fungos, which translates as sponge. Fungus may have derived from the German words Schwamm for sponge and Schimmel for mold. Mycology is the study of fungus, derived from the Greek words myx, mushroom, and logos, discussion. Mycologists are scientists who study fungi. Mycobiota refers to a group of fungus found in one place. Fungi are genetically more closely related to animals than plants. Fungi and animals are both classified as members of the Epistaconta supergroup. Plants have chlorophyll, whereas fungi do not. Fungi lack both leaves and roots. Fungi do not bloom or produce seeds or fruits. Fungi, unlike plants, are incapable of photosynthesis. Over 70,000 fungus species have been found by mycologists. More than 90% of all identified fungus are divided into two groups, Basidiomycetes and Ascomycetes. Basidiomycetes create mushrooms that can infect plants. Ascomycetes include yeast and truffles. Fungi are eukaryotic creatures, which means that their cells have organelles and nuclei that are surrounded by a membrane well. Fungi are distinguished from plants and protists by the presence of chitin in their cell walls. Fungi are heterotrophs, which means they produce digestive enzymes into their surroundings and subsequently feed on the molecules dissolved by those enzymes. They move largely by growing, but their spores can also travel via water or air. Fungi, particularly mushrooms, emit a staggering amount of spores into the sky each year, amounting to up to 50 billion kilos of particulate matter. Many fungi can remain dormant for extended periods of time. Given the appropriate conditions, some fungi can thrive while dormant for years. Fungi can flourish in harsh conditions such as the desert, the deep sea, and areas with high levels of salt or UV radiation. Fungi typically create symbiotic connections with other creatures through mutualism and parasitism. Mutualism is a type of ecological connection in which both organisms benefit from one another. The term parasitism refers to an ecological interaction in which one creature gains at the expense of another. Fungi are a significant source of plant disease. Fungi can feed on the plant's living tissues without killing it. At other times, the fungi kill the plant cells first, then feed on the dead leftovers. Fungi may potentially infect the live tissues of animals with compromised immune systems. Hyphomycetes are fungi that inhibit the growth of insects that can be damaging to agricultural crops. Specific species of fungi can poison humans. Amatoxins, which inhibit RNA polymerase II, are found in deadly fungus. When RNA polymerase II is not present, cell metabolism stops. Some species of fungus can cause allergic reactions in humans. Mycotoxins produced by fungi may cause food deterioration. Ringworm, for example, is caused by fungi rather than worms. Athlete's foot, valley fever, and histoplasmosis are all diseases caused by fungi. In an ecosystem, fungi are the primary decomposers. Fungi decompose decaying organic debris, leaves, and trees that accumulate in woods. When organic matter degrades, its nutrients become available for utilization by live plants. Nitrogen is a major component released into the environment when fungi break down organic substances. Mushrooms are members of the fungi club. Mushrooms can be entirely edible or extremely harmful. Mold fungus are the type of fungi that grow on bread and cheese. Mold fungus are frequently hairy. Mushrooms that are edible have been cultivated. Yeast is utilized in the baking and brewing processes. Bread rises due to yeast. Fungi are also employed in the manufacture of pharmaceuticals, antibiotics, and cyclosporin. Penicillin, for example, was derived from a fungus mold known as Penicillium chrysogenum. Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin as the first antibiotic in 1928. Cyclosporin, an antibiotic, is used in organ transplants. Fungi were completely investigated after the introduction of the microscope in the 1500s. The first spores were seen by the human eye under a microscope. Giambattista della Porta, an Italian scholar, discovered the spores in 1588. Some fungus have the ability to glow in the dark. The largest living thing on the planet is a fungus known as the honey mushroom. The honey mushroom has taken over 2,000 acres of land. It is almost 2,400 years old. As the honey mushroom spreads, it kills the trees in its path.